your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tuesday night with the one and only Ben Stowe. This is the world infamous Ben Stowe that has traveled the world. He has saved people in countries far, far away, and he is back with us tonight from Bemidji, Minnesota. Good evening, Ben.
Hello, John.
That's all I get. Hello, John. We've been so busy all.
Dear John. How about Dear John?
We've been so busy all winter, and hello, John.
Hello, John.
I guess that was more like a Johnny Cash thing there, so I kind of like that one.
My name is Johnny Cash.
I'm a big Johnny Cash fan.
You are, and you're kind of in black, so that's kind of nice too.
We were planning that.
It's like he's going to his
Who
funeral.
writes these scripts? We don't have scripts.
We don't have scripts. We don't have writers. We don't have production schedules. We just go when the wind is blowing us in the right direction. It's kind of awesome.
You know what else? We don't have viewers.
That's true. We had 3 that one time, but
We're going for a record. Shooting for 4.
going for 4, baby. This is gonna be it. This is the night. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've got kind of a different show. Usually we have a show where Ben and I talk about something related to the industry, gear, techie-wise. Ben will explain something, then he'll translate it for me, then I'll translate it for you. It really is a great show, but tonight we're going to be kind of introducing you to someone new and kind of saying goodbye to a friend in the industry. So, Ben, with that, I'm going to throw it over to you, and you can kind of introduce everyone first off and kind of explain what's going on.
Well, someone who needs no introduction is she made a very big impact on our industry in her years here at NLFX. To my left is the lovely Miss Stacy Pittman, and it's sort of a bittersweet moment for us as she's become like family to us. We're super, super excited for her and where she's going on in life, and unfortunately, it's not in our industry. So that's the bitter part, is we have to say goodbye to a valued colleague at NLFX, somebody we not only respect professionally, but really personally. She brings so much energy and laughter and chaos to the office. She's really going to be missed in so many ways. But again, we just couldn't be happier for her and her endeavors. And then, as the internet has been clamoring for the grand reveal, and you've got the scoop, John. You've got it first. The new girl is the lovely.
Great, I did the whole finger thing in the first deal. Hi.
As you can see, the chaos will continue to reign. The torch has been passed. Mr. Graham Hensel.
Hi. That's about all I
He'll
got.
fit in.
I'll say hello like he said earlier.
That's all he's got, man. Hello.
That's all I got.
You know, I'm really excited for Graham, and I know this is the part where you ask questions, and so I'll end my monologue here, but I'll say I'm really excited for Graham because we had a lot of great applicants, and we interviewed 7 or 8, and narrowed it down to a really tight field of 4, and our hiring committee was literally up until like 10:30 at night. And just discussing the great options that we had, and Graham ultimately came out on top, and he brings so many wonderful things to our company. One is his culture, just his work ethic and his desire to take care of people. The things that are really, really important to us at NLFX. We value our customers and go to work for them every day. But 2, he brings in a really extensive resume of working in our industry. So we're really excited about that. He's going to make a great addition to the team, and we hope that you'll embrace him as quickly as we all have. He's immediately found a home here. It's just he just does just fit right in. So.
And who can deny this face?
It's about 1 in 10 up here that we all have this face.
Yeah, I was going to say that is the northern Minnesota face.
We can shave now.
Yeah.
So, Graham, you're going to be working with a lot of DJs from around the country. Is this going to be your first experience with working with DJs, or have you been in the industry in that capacity before?
In the capacity before, where I do DJing on my own every once in a while. Before this, through my band, we did gigs and things like that. If the band can't play, we would offer DJing and things like that. So I've been on and off in the industry about 15 years now.
Very cool, very cool. Now, word has it that one of the tests you must pass in the job application for an NLFX Pro is the snow shoveling skills test. How did that go?
I brought a snowblower.
You wonder you won.
I don't shovel.
One of the interview questions was whether or not Han shot first. So,
That would be an interesting application. Yes, did he shoot?
Yeah.
True question, actually. We almost got into an argument. No.
I like a guy who stands on his beliefs, and throw back to Graham's experience. That's one of the great things about it. He's done DJing. He's walked a mile in those shoes, but he's also played as a musician and not only played in the band but managed the band's business affairs and also is fairly competent at live sound. So. Again, he brings that depth of experience where I think he's going to really be able to speak from having walked the walk with DJs. And of course, he's excited to work with a lot of our very professional customers who do this full time. And from the band management aspect, he understands the commercial side of needing to make a living in this industry.
Very neat. Very neat. Stacy, now you're going to be stepping away. My question for you is, what is one of the highlights now with your time of working with DJs over the last few years? What's one of the highlights from that time with the DJs?
It's really hard to narrow it down to just one. Specifically working with the DJs, I think I have to say going to the trade show and meeting people, putting a face to the name. I largely work with everybody on Facebook and doing Messenger, therefore I get to see some of those pictures, but really putting a face to the name and actually getting to know them personally, that really actually it's very touching. And now that I am on my way out and having the response from people, that's really touched me. It's been really, really supportive, and that was a huge experience in itself.
She blew up the internet when we posted, and that's something you really don't do. I mean, that's not typical that you would post a departure announcement. You would post an arrival, but very rarely does a company say, well, this person's leaving, but we had to with her. She made such an impact in the industry, and she was loved by so many. No pressure, Graham. But that we
I have a beard, so
yeah, that's true. You're rocking the beard, so we probably owed that to to our friends and our customers to basically say, listen, we understand this is going to be meaningful to you, but we also wanted to give them reassurance that we've put a great deal of attention and care into her successor. And, really one of the things I want to say about Stacy, I just can't say how much, can't overstate how much we love her. She's just been such a fantastic part of our team. And as part of that, being a part of the family and the team here, she was involved in the selection and certainly involved in the training process to try to ensure a smooth process and transition for our customers.
Yes, definitely.
So, Graham, has that made it a little easier as you're getting to know having Stacy there to kind of guide you and show you the ropes a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to have that going for me.
Yeah, cool stuff.
And I got a no word, I got a beard.
You got a beard, you're good with that, and you won't freeze.
The process is going to be nice, though, just being able to get a better understanding of how things work. It is a different style of industry that I would normally be used to, but when it comes down to getting the guidance and the help from the people around here, that's going to be big.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're supportive, super supportive.
Yeah, you've got a lot of...
What really excites me, John, is that he's walked his walk on the other side of the fence all that time. He's spent his time on the performance side of the fence, so he understands what it means to have to choose what gear to buy.
Yeah.
He understands that walk of that process of selecting the right gear. He understands needing help with the gear. He understands, trying to use that gear to make a living. And I think he's going to bring that depth of experience to this side of the fence. And really, we all kind of bristle at the word sales. It's really just helping people, helping find solutions to those challenges. And having walked, 1,000 miles in his shoes, I think that's going to be valuable. He really gets it. So I think people are really going to enjoy working with Graham, and he's already demonstrated to us just a high degree of honesty and a big heart.
Very cool. Very cool. Before we wrap it up, Stacy, if you had one tip to share with Graham going forward on how it is to work with DJs, what would that tip be?
Let's see here. One tip and one tip only.
Hey, write this down.
Well,
Write it down.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, we don't do that anymore.
It's going, yeah. I'd say learn to pucker, but the beard's got you beat. So learn to be strong in your own belief and passive when it comes to hearing what others have to say. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that does. That actually does, because especially in the opinionated DJ industry, Ben, you and I know this one.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, Stacy. You have to have an open mind. You know, we come to the table. Obviously, Graham is going to get his head melted here as we start to, ratchet up his training, and we put him with the rest of us geeks, and really bring up the already solid level of knowledge he has, but bring it up to that top level. And you come into these discussions with that knowledge, but you have to listen, and you have to be patient, and you have to try to guide people to the correct outcome, maybe sometimes through some inconvenient truths.
Definitely.
So, John, I don't know how much time we have left here, but we found a few pictures of Stacy's time at NLFX that since she's not going to be here, there's nothing really she can do to hurt us after this. So we want to share them.
Let's do it. That sounds like a great idea.
This, to me, looks like a very essential testing of a rock and roller card. Quality assurance, if you will.
Yes, it was very important to find out just exactly how long it was. So I showed someone.
And we know it holds 85 pounds now, so.
Oh, that was so nice. Well, it was actually, that conversation came up.
Stacy is kind of a fitness nut, so here we go. Here we go. Stacy repping Iowa State.
Yes.
Nothing more we can add to that.
As we all know, I'm very loud and proud, and as Ben stated earlier, the chaos in the office, it just carries over to every show we go to, so I was very excited to be at NAMM that year. And I found a ukulele.
You know what? There's just not enough ukuleles in the DJ world. Graham, can you play ukulele? I know you play a lot of instruments.
I cannot.
You can.
Okay, neither can I. That's why it's a picture, not a video. I was pretending to DJ. Yep, that was me. I wanted to see what I could do. And I now tip my hat to all the DJs. But
there she is,
we were
Miss America.
Coronated. I actually was shocked by this. I didn't realize it actually played a real song when you stepped under the crown. Literally scared the crap out of me. And we were in Atlantic City at the DJ show, the DJ Expo.
Yep.
Of course, DJ Flip.
Absolutely, my buddy Flip, the one and only, and the lovely Miss Kat Carlson.
He's been very supportive of every show that I've ever been at, always said hello, so had to give him a shout out. And Kat's a very close friend of mine as well as a coworker, so very important to keep that in mind as we go along.
Don't fast forward that picture yet. Graham, this is the first, there's a lot of people. I've got a long list for you now. It's not just limited to Flip, but this is one of the very first things you need to do is when you get to a trade show, you need to find Flip and give him a great big hug. And then just beg for his assistance. There's a lot of great people out there, and their names are all on the top of my head, and we just don't have time to go down the list, but that's one that you need to go find and say, hey, man, I want to be your pal. So,
Yeah.
if Jay Brennan would stop disavowing his knowledge of me, I'd include him in the list. But, yes.
Yeah.
Now we want to hear the explanation for this, Stacy.
It's self-explanatory.
No.
There was I don't even really like cotton candy.
Doesn't look that way to me.
I know. It was a giant ball of cotton candy, and me being the obnoxious one that I am, it was a photo op. What can I say? I had to have a picture.
Graham, can you believe you're going to get paid to do this?
You'll have cotton candy poke me in the eyes. I don't know what's going on there. At first, I thought it was a bunny.
A ninja bunny attacking.
Next. It's not all work, or not all play. There's some work. So
yes, I literally went through the entire catalog for ADJ. and every new, old, and then some product that is there went through every detail of everything. And it was a lot of knowledge, retained some, then was able to relocate some. But it was very good.
They're happy on the road.
Yeah.
Life on the road. And I don't know what we were doing or where we were.
That was Las Vegas for Wedding MBA.
Well, you have a fantastic memory. I don't even remember what city. I was like, oh,
It's the only show that it's ever just been the two of us.
Oh yeah. That's where we got chased by the dinosaur.
It is.
Okay. Oh, now this is what travel is really like, Graham.
Yes.
This is company travel right there.
That was my birthday. That's what I was doing on my birthday, sleeping in an airport.
Your life in an airport. Hey, there's the dinosaur.
Hey, there's the dinosaur from that trip.
See, the great thing about this, John, is I knew that I didn't have to outrun the dinosaur. I just had to outrun him. I didn't have long enough legs to trip him on the way by. Now, this is a good goodbye picture. Last trade show. Yep, on our way to Mobile Beat, Las Vegas. The four of us. Some of our coworkers behind us got this shot of the four of us walking through the airport. Mm-hmm.
Now, Graham, you're going to be working with DJs from all over the world again. It's some really cool guys. There's got to be some things there's a little excitement in the tummy right now for you. What are you looking forward to the most when it comes to starting this new adventure?
I think the big thing is letting the experience that I've had kind of shine through the knowledge of trying to talk with people. When it comes to techie and stuff like that, it's going to be more of like what I've dealt with and what I, being on stage, being a drummer, you need certain, you need to be able to hear. And so like things like that, where I can just kind of talk about the experience of dealing with sound on stage, with DJing, faulty equipment, like how fast to fix it or who to call, things like that too. And I think just getting that opportunity to, people have helped me in the past, like get equipment for our band and DJing stuff and things like that in the past. I think that will help too with just that opportunity to get to know people and talk with them and get them gear they need.
Yeah, he's walked the walk. He's one of us. He's one of you. I mean, he's salt of the earth guy, and I think that if you have any sanity at all, you're going to want to get to know this guy. So, and if you have any insanity at all, you're going to want to get to know this guy. So, I just think I'm excited for him to be part of the NLFX family, and just to carry forward that culture we've established as a company of really wanting to put the customer first, and we heard that repeatedly in how he related to his own experiences as a person buying gear and his desire to work and help with people. I'm really excited about that.
Great stuff. Well, gang, we're going to wrap things up. We don't want to go too terribly long tonight. Graham, welcome to the DJ industry. This is either something you're going to, a year from now, swear at us, or you're going to say, wow, this is a great ride.
I don't know if you can blur that out, but
and it depends. But and Stacy, it's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you for filling in when Ben was away a couple of times with our Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe show, and try to keep in touch if you can.
I definitely will. I won't go far, I promise. And I promise to pass on my knowledge of uplighting to what I can. That is my pride around here. So I will help there. And I won't be far away.
That sounds...
That's an interesting point. I won't miss that. The shows, I remember showing up late because I was I don't know if I was late, it might have been early, but anyway, I remember showing up a little after you started shooting, and Stacy was filling in and doing a great job, but that's really the problem. See,
yeah,
you ever go to a party and realize if you left the party nobody would miss you?
Well, there was this we had a viewership spike about the beginning of that show. It went crazy, and then all of a sudden, as we look at the stats,
yeah, as soon as I came back on camera, it just started going downhill. So.
Oh, good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe. If you've got any questions you would like us to attack in a future episode of Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe, please put those down in the comments area down below. We will try our best to get through and give you some ideas and tips, and maybe even feature that in one of our upcoming shows. But as of right now, gang, it's time for us to say goodbye. So let's give everyone a big wave, and we will catch you guys next week on Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe. Good night.